Hey, work babes, welcome to the community where strength, sisterhood, and self care come together. We're taking it back. Today, we are diving into the 10 things every woman in her 30s, 40s, 50s plus needs to know if they finally want to see body recomposition. That's your fat loss and your muscle gain, and also build real lasting health for the longevity. We're not getting super into the perimenopause, menopause conversation yet, but that is coming very soon. So I'm not going to give you quick fixes or gimmicks here. I'm here to tell you what actually works, especially for women who are juggling life, hormones, stress, and everything else. So let's get into it. First and foremost, you should already be able to guess what I'm going to say. What is the priority? Strength training. Cardio burns calories. Muscle burns calories forever. Let's get this straight. Muscle is your metabolism. Cardio has its place. It is extremely beneficial for your overall health, your cardiac health, and mental health, all of those things. But it's not going to change your shape or build the body that you want. The muscle does that. That is what gives you the shape on your body. Here's why. Cardio burns calories while you're doing it. Muscle keeps burning calories 24/7, even and especially while you're sleeping. This is where you get that restorative sleep. Your body is able to recover and build the muscle that you're working on creating in the gym. The gym, you're breaking down muscles. Sleep, you are building. If your body isn't changing, chances are that you are either not lifting heavy enough, your training is not consistent enough, or you are just not increasing the challenge that we talk about as progressive overload. So that's either increasing your weights, your reps, or your sets, increasing over time so that you get additional resistance every time so your body is able to adapt. Now, here's the part that nobody tells you. Your muscle is a hormone factory. When you strength train, your muscles release these powerful messengers. Think of them as little text messages. They're the messenger carriers that go all over the body. They're called myokines. These help to regulate your inflammation. That allows your body to heal better and feel better. It regulates your metabolism. It regulates your brain health, your mood, and even fat burning. So, the more muscle that you build, the better that your body handles stress and cortisol. Muscle just makes your body more hormonally efficient. Fat tissues store hormones. Muscle helps to balance them. We don't need to have these extra storage places. We want our hormones signaling like they're supposed to. So, ladies, this is a game changer, especially as we go forth into the different stages of our lives as we get later into life. Muscle is going to help your body to use insulin better, meaning you're not going to have those sugar crashes and cravings. That's because the muscle is going to absorb that glycogen, those carbs, so that your insulin doesn't spike because it's absorbing the glycogen. So it's not going into your blood sugar, or it's not contributing to your blood sugar. It's being absorbed. This also supports your thyroid and progesterone balance. So think moods. This can ease your PMS, your fatigue, the what the heck is happening in my body, perimenopause symptoms. I know we're like skimming the surface right now. But this is huge. Muscle is huge for hormone support. When we were in our 20s, we could basically like diet our way out or into like the results that we wanted. We can do very little to achieve the results that we would love to have right now. Now, we have to train our way there. We have to build the muscle that supports all of these other functions that are going on in our body. That's how we get there. Diet nutrition do have a place, a huge place, because we need to be fueling our body right. But you also have to have the training component. So just like we have, majority of us are doing like a 3 day a week plan right now, we are focusing on getting stronger. We are not focusing on what the scale is telling us. We're not focusing on what weight loss essentially that we are having. We are focusing on how our body is feeling. We are focusing on how it is physically changing, seeing the muscle that we are building and the shape that we are getting into. So muscle is so hugely important, and that comes through strength training. So I want you to remember that. I know you know it, but that's number one. Number two, your best friend is protein. Y'all are probably all sick of hearing me talk about protein and strength training, but I will beat the dang dead horse because it's important. If I could fix one thing for most women besides them not strength training, it would be this. It's because it isn't that you're not eating enough protein. Protein is going to keep you full. It's going to stabilize your blood sugar. It's going to help your muscles recover and literally build your shape. Without it, you will lose muscle while dieting. And that's pretty much the absolute opposite of what we want. We don't want to lose muscle. We're trying to build muscle. So research shows that 0.8 to 1 grams of protein per pound of your goal weight is what we aim for. So for all intents and purposes, let's say 1 gram per pound of your goal weight. So if your goal weight is 150 pounds, you are shooting for that 150 grams of protein per day. Now, there is a lot of research to show that going higher, because we know we're not all perfect all days. So if we change the range from, like, if we're saying 0.8 to 1, that puts us at about 120 to 150 grams if 150 pounds is our goal weight. So say 120 to 150 grams per day. If we're on the low day, we're, 100 to 120. If we were to shift that to 1 gram up to 1.5 or 1.6 grams of protein a day, then on those days that we're on the lower end, it's not as big of a deficit as being, just above 100, which being above 100 is huge, huge improvement, because I know so many of us started off so much lower. So getting up to 100 feels like we are climbing Mount freaking Everest to try to get to it. It is not impossible. And this is where there's a lot of things that we've talked about, like supplementation and adding extra meat to your meals and things like that, that will get us to our goal in grams of protein. But this is hugely important, and I need you to hear me say that. You can't make up protein. If you miss it on one day and then you go for way over on the next day, you can't store protein. Your body does not have a way to store protein. So it's not like when we're looking at overall calories for the week and we're averaging it out. Protein is either you hit it or you don't. So if you're missing it more days than you're hitting it, and then you're having days that you're going so far over it, it's not making up for the days that we missed it. We are just in a deficit of protein for our goals. So focusing on 35 to 50 grams of protein per meal is a huge, huge way to start making that progress towards hitting that ultimate goal. Start your day with protein. Within 30 minutes after you wake up, you need to have protein to offset our cortisol spike. So this is going to help your blood sugar. This is going to help your cravings, and it helps to to dampen that cortisol signal that happens within the first 30 minutes of us waking up. So your action steps are protein first, every meal and every single freaking day. So I will get off of my train. I'm off of it. We will go on to the next part. Number 3, stop starving yourself. You are not stuck because your metabolism is broken. You're stuck because your body is protecting you. It's gotten adapted. It is adjusted. Eating at 1,200 calories might have worked at 25, and that may be still in your head of what you're supposed to eat on a daily basis to stay at this weight or to lose weight. But now your body is telling the food that you're eating is signaling to your body like we can survive at 1200. But I am not here to help you survive. I am here to help you thrive. And if we are stuck in this 1200 calorie loop, this is where we need to reverse diet you. This is where we need to give your body the nutrition to actually do the things that it wants to do, like building muscle, supporting your hormones, helping your sleep. All of those things can start with nutrition. When your body is in this low calorie state, it's going to trigger cortisol. It's going to hold on to more fat because you don't have enough nutrition to support the muscle growth. If you're hitting 100 or 1200 calories a day, you're likely not hitting protein. And if you are, your majority of it's going to be protein shakes. So everything slows down when you are at a lower calorie. Your stress response is going to spike. Your fat loss is going to drop. Your body adapts and it stops responding positively. We need to eat to fuel our bodies, to fuel our workouts, to fuel our recovery, and to fuel our hormones. This is not punishment. This is giving life back to the functions of your body that it wants to do. So, if you are in this loop of the low calories, if this is in the back of your mind, like I have to stay at this calorie count, 12,000 or 1,200 calories is what children should be eating, not grown women. This is where we need to make the change. We build your metabolism. It is absolutely able to be done. Absolutely able to be done. We do it intentionally and we do it methodically and slowly, and we build you up to where you can actually eat. And when you have days that you're going out to eat, you're not going to blow your calories because you had something other than a salad at dinner. You can eat. How much more freeing would that be? So stop starving yourself. And if you are stuck, this is where we need to have the conversation about reverse dieting. So, number 4, sleep. This is your most underrated fat loss tool. If you are not sleeping, and I hear y'all screaming that you cannot control waking up in the middle of the night for whatever reason. You're trying to sleep through the night and you want to, but you are not able to because your hormones are going haywire. We're going to get there. This is just basic, just giving the basics right here. So if you are not sleeping, you are not recovering. And if you're not recovering, you're not changing. Your body is not able to adapt to these new stresses, these good stresses that we are putting on the body to build muscle, to recomposite, recomp our bodies to how we want them to look. Your lack of sleep increases your hormone hunger. It decreases your satiety hormones. So you're going to stay super hungry and you're never going to be full. This is also going to make you crave those carbs and those sugars because those are the feel-good things. The willpower drops significantly when you are sleepy, when you have not had enough sleep. This is your biology like screaming for quick energy. It's like, give me the quick carbs and the quick sugars to help me to get through this day. So we will get into the sleep thing more because there's a lot of hormone things that contribute to bad sleep. We are going to get into that more, but do the absolute, put yourself in the best position possible to get as much sleep as you can get, starting 9 hours before you have to wake up, so that if you wake up in the middle of the night at 3:30 and you are up for an hour or two, then we can maybe still get that 7 to 8 hours of sleep. So keep your room cool and dark, Shut off your phone 30 minutes before bed, if not longer. And another thing that I want to add in here is stop eating 3 hours before bed. So if you go to bed at, let's say, 9 o'clock, your dinner needs to be done by 6. I know that is not necessarily possible for a lot of people, but the sooner you can shut off your body having to exert energy for that digestion, the more you're going to see that energy being put to recovery. So, sleep is the most underrated fat loss tool. Stress, number 5. Manage it like it's your job, because your job is probably the reason that you're so stressed. Probably, maybe not for all of us. But you can't burn fat if your body thinks that it's running from a bear. Like, our bodies were created to have this stress response when we feel like there's danger. When in reality, it may be an email from our boss that now our cortisol shoots up and our stress level goes haywire, but it's just an email. It's not like there's a bear in front of us that we're having to now run from. Our bodies are created to work this way. Your chronic stress raises your cortisol. This leads to water retention. This leads to cravings. This leads to belly fat. And the thing that most people don't talk about is that overtraining is actually a stress on the body too. Exercise is a stress. Inappropriate loads, it is a good stress on the body. We are signaling it to adapt. We are signaling it to make these changes that are beneficial for the functions of our body. However, if we cross that boundary into overtraining, this is where it becomes detrimental to our health, detrimental to our sleep. Our hormones go haywire as well. It is something that, if you have been a workhorse all your life and you are somebody who you work a full-time job, you have always worked out 6 or 7 days a week, you hit 10, 12, 14 plus thousand steps on a regular basis, like, there are things that we can adjust to make sure, or things that we can measure to make sure that we are not overtraining. So we need to have rest days. We need to have restorative walks. We need to set boundaries. We don't just need to do more, we need to recover better. So this is something that, like I said, we're going to dive deeper, and this was just kind of the little peek into some of the very basic things that we need to know and that we need to be reminded of. These are things that I need to be reminded of too. So this is very important. Number 6, hydration, electrolytes. If you are tired, craving junk, or feeling off, drink water first. My kids are getting so tired of when they tell me that they're hungry after we've eaten dinner. I tell them to go drink water, because dehydration can make you feel like you're hungry or fatigued. Your body, water literally functions for it has a function for every cell in your body. Like, it is important. So this is also important for digestion. This is also important for muscle recovery. It's for your brain. If you are training hard too, you need to have the extra electrolytes. If you are sweating more than normal, you need to have extra electrolytes, because your body is off-putting the sodium out of your system. So aiming for 100 ounces of water a day will set you up for success. You can also add electrolytes into your regimen. Number 7, track your metrics, not your emotions. So your body isn't a mystery, it's data. And what we can measure, we can manage. The scale can lie, but data does not. So we track progress to see what's working. We do not judge ourselves. This is where our assessments come in. We take measurements weekly, progress photos, and then we're tracking our strength, our energy, and our recovery to make sure things are improving in the right direction. So these are hugely important. This is why we have our weekly assessments. This is why I ask you to complete these every single week, is so that we can have that data to track to make sure we are moving in the right direction. Number 8, steps and daily movement. So the reality is you can sit all day and expect one workout to fix it. But this is where non-exercise activity thermogenesis comes in. This is called NEAT. So this is just your daily movement. This is like getting up and walking upstairs to go switch over the laundry, coming back downstairs, and then I sit for an hour, and then I get up and I go let the dogs out, or I take them on a walk, or whatever it is. This is that additional exercise that is not necessarily accounted for in a workout. So these are going to help you burn more calories than your workouts combined, because this is helping to keep your body moving throughout the day so it doesn't get stagnant. It also helps with keeping your blood sugar stable, it helps your digestion, and it helps to reduce stress. So let's keep up the 7 to 10,000 steps per day. If you are having days off that you are not able to get a workout, or if it's a rest day, you can bump that up. We can go 10,000 plus, 10,000, 12,000, 15,000, wherever you want to take it. If you don't have the time to have like specific breakdowns of these timelines, like you don't have 30 minutes to set aside for a walk, do 10 minutes after every meal, or get up and walk 5 minutes once an hour. That's literally 5 minutes. Like you could do that and be at work and probably not even, nobody would even notice. So, anyway, very easy way to burn additional calories without increasing hunger. It's going to help with keep your blood sugar stable. Very good to do after your workout or after your meals. So it's going to help your digestion and all of that too. So number 9, consistency beats motivation every single time. Motivation is a feeling. That's what it is. I am motivated to do nothing today. I am motivated to get my workout in. Both of those could happen on the same day. What you build is discipline and consistency. You build a lifestyle. You think about the person that you want to be and what they do on a day-to-day basis, and you take those habits and take those steps and do them every single day. So you're not going to feel like it. That's very normal. I don't feel like working out every single day, but we show up. Even if we're at 60%, even if we are at if we're at 30%, I'm going to give 100% of that 30% though. If it's like I get on the treadmill for 10 minutes, that is what I had to give today. But I'm going to give it 100% because that habit is going to change your life. Building that is going to create the consistency and the discipline that you need to continue moving forward. Doing something beats doing nothing. And that is something that as a chronic all or nothing or is very hard for me to do. But it is that dialogue in my head. Just do something. Just do something. If it is walk outside and smell the fresh air and then like maybe walk up the street and back down, chances are you're probably going to want to go further after that. If not, then you did something. It's better than nothing. And last but not least, it's a lifestyle, not a sprint. You are not just building a body. This is your life. This is your future. Body recomposition takes time. It takes months or even years, not weeks. Once we start that lifestyle, though, it is sustainable, it is empowering, and it is absolutely worth it. We are not here for a quick fix. We are here for the long game. So we're going to play the long game. We're going to choose the habits that we can see doing a year from now. Things that are part of our daily life, things that are not interrupting our daily life, that are becoming who we are, that are becoming part of us. That is the end of our list, ladies. So I want you to remember that ownership leads to outcomes. Owning what you are doing in your day-to-day life. You have everything that you need right now to succeed. We are going to continue focusing on getting stronger, sleeping better, fueling smarter, and then we're going to manage stress like a boss. This is not about us shrinking ourselves. We're done with that. That was like so last decade. This is when we step into our power. This is when we take that ownership of what we can control and we move forward. I hope this was helpful. I hope you have enjoyed it. Like I said, we are going to get more into the perimenopause, menopause conversations as we continue going because y'all, I am on in a course. So, oops. So it's only going to get more interesting from here. So, ladies, I love you. As always, stay intentional, stay consistent, and keep moving. Talk to y'all soon.